Hello everyone and welcome to Crypto Ripto. I'm Christian and in today's video we're going to be looking at Sandbox. Now Sandbox price is doing really well and that is for one or two reasons that we're going to explain in the video. But what people really want to know and what my community are asking me is Sandbox really lucrative and are the tokenomics and roadmaps really good? And also, is Sandbox going to keep rising or are we in for a fall? Well, if you want to know more about Sandbox, its price prediction and if I think it's got good roadmap and tangibility, stay tuned and let's get into the video. Welcome. So before I go into Sandbox and the price prediction and what it is Sandbox is looking to do, I have to say that anything you see, hear or choose to ignore in this video is not financial advice. Now we have done a different format today just because I want to show you a lot more about the Sandbox and keep the video a little bit shorter. So as you can see behind me, the Sandbox price is standing at $3.31. Now this is quite high considering you have to use Sand to buy a lot of the stuff in the Sandbox project. Now the NFTs that you create, the land that you buy and develop on are all brought in the native token. Now they have two tokens, one's different from buying land than it is for the other stuff, which you can find a video on in YouTube, but we won't go into that today. What I want to talk about really today is Sandbox price really going to keep going or are we in for a retracement and fall? Because a lot of my people want to know not the user case of the game or not the user case of the land and the buying the Sandbox. They want to know about the price, if it's good to buy into, trade and make money to invest. Again, not financial advice. Well, as you can see, Sandbox is really keeping its price quite well. And that is down to a couple of things. A, the NFT market is really pumping and Sandbox is one of the most traded NFTs out there. And two is its relatively small medium market cap. As you can see here, it's standing at around about 2.9 billion. Now this in comparison to what the tokens are out there is relatively medium. So there is a lot of room for growth in this if Sandbox does choose to pump up. Now, as you can see, Sandbox has had quite a few spikes here, here, and here. And at the moment, you can see it's around about the kind of low pumping into the middle range. So that's for me why I think Sandbox has still got a lot of room to grow. Now, those that are not too familiar with Sandbox, you can go onto their website, you can click on YouTube, and there's a lot of videos that tell you. But we won't go into too much detail now. What I will do is just quickly pop over to their website and show you a bit about what it is they're doing. Now, as you can see here, they've got a lot of partners and big names that they're throwing out there like Snoop Dogg, The Walking Dead, Hell's Kitchen, Atari, Roller Coaster Tycoon and more. Now, this is not people that are kind of partners and working for them. These are probably a lot that have brought quite a large area of land in the Sandbox platform. As you can see, when you go over there, you can see that Atari is one of the big kind of landowners on there, as is some of the others. But you can go on there, pre-register, look at the website, buy lands, discover the map, and look at why you should buy Sand is our main alter token, allowing buying and selling of lands assets in the Sandbox Metaverse. And as a lot of you know on here, the Metaverse is really getting big with the Decentralands, the kind of Facebook getting in there, and obviously the Sandbox. But what it is you need to really know is the price of Sand really worth what it is now, and will it go up? Well, the socials seem to think so. Jumping into their socials, you can see there's a lot of people behind them, 302,000 to be precise, and a lot of people are still bullish on Sandbox because, believe it or not, the Sandbox offering is still not released fully to the public. It is still in beta mode. So once the launch comes and everyone's quite bullish on the NFT sales and the marketplace and the fact that you need to buy Sand in order to use their platform, people are still quite bullish on this token. You mix that in with the relatively low to mid market cap, you can see there is still a lot of room to grow. But what we really need to do is jump into that all important price chart action and see where Sand's been trading. Where's its low points, where's its mid points, where's its high points, and where is its trading channel. So with that being said, we're going to jump straight into the price chart action now and see what is Sand saying. Well, here we can look in, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit, that you can see that Sand's pretty much on a pump. And you can see here, and as you can see, Sand was trading around about 70 to 80 cents. And this was really low before it started picking up the ultra volume down here. And the price really did start pumping. And it pumped all the way up to its high of around about $3.60. Now that is an absolutely phenomenal increase. Anyone riding this wave would have been seeing around about a 3 to maybe 3.5x growth. Now, for me, this is not the end of Sandbox. And the reason why I say this is because, like I say, Sandbox new release, they really wanted to take the gaming industry by storm. And this project is just going to keep growing and growing and growing. Now, as you can see, what some of the most important factors here is that this the moving average line has been being a strong support. Now, this is the 50-day smooth moving average. And you can see it held here and it held here and it keeps going up to this trading channel here. Now, what you really need to know is where roughly is the Sandbox price going to go next? Well, we don't have a crystal ball, but if I had to measure again, it would be anywhere in a sideways, maybe a downward momentum here in this trading channel before it starts climbing up. And we can draw a little trend line here of where we think it's going to go. Because as you can see, if we just take on the kind of higher tops and we do take on the kind of higher low bottoms, you can see there is a trending channel here that seems to be in an upward momentum. Now, this to me is going to continue. So you could obviously edge your bets on here or whatever it is you do in your trading style, that this is a support, this is a resistance, and it's going to keep continuing a slow up growth trading in this channel. So if you could use these kind of bottom lines and top lines here within this channel as your indicators of where you would buy and sell, continuing to trade into channel, making it for a big breakout. So you could use these areas here as your indicators of where you see Sandbox going. You can see it's holding strong resistance here and it's holding strong support around about here. And this continues to move up in line with this 50-day moving average, or the smooth moving average. So you would want to, if it was me trading, want to put in some kind of mid-level trading channel lines where you would think, okay, it holds strong kind of support and resistance in the middle area here. And if we can get the price going from here, or however this smooth moving average moves into it, we could see Sandbox coming down, bouncing off this line and going to higher highs. Now, when I say higher highs, this doesn't necessarily mean it's going to peak up in a massive bump. What I would expect it to do is maybe come down to around about these levels and then pump up to these kind of levels here, and maybe a little breakout, because we would need to see a little bit more of a higher high. And if it continues trading in this area here, we could be seeing a percentage growth from the actual support up into the resistance of around about 50 to 60%. Now, if you can continue trading in them channels of your investment, then that is absolutely crazy gains. You could be doing 100% in trading every few days if these key areas play out. If they don't, however, and you then start seeing a sideways channel like here, you'd probably look at a more long-term investment. You'd want to buy below this midline here, maybe when it touches this smoothing average, when it comes down, and you could use that as a good indicator that is a really low point, because once this starts momentum moving, you then see an exponential growth moving up away from this moving average, which we've seen here, and we've seen here, and we've seen here, and we've seen here. Now, obviously, you could even treat this as a little bit of a mini cup and handle, which a lot of traders like to use, and then wait for this to trade in a channel here like this, and then we can see a breakout to the upside. But for me, I'd probably want to go more into the trading channels here and use these major indicators as the trading channel line here, and these as my buy, and this anything above here would be a sell point. Now, I know this ain't going to be a massive thing, but if you're just trading, you see these pumps are coming within a day or two. And if you're getting these kind of percentage on your money within a day or two of 46 or 50%, that is still good growth. If you want to buy low and hold it in the long time, then we could be seeing, if we zoom out, because this is a 4-hour chart, and we continue this onto the upside here, because we would be expecting a lot more of growth here, we could be seeing a rising wedge to break out around about here. So you could be buying in at, if we just get rid of that, you could be buying in at around about $2.80 and selling at around $4.20, which again would double your money. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Go over there, have a look at the price chart. This is what people wanted to know about Sandbox. There is a reviews on the game and how you buy sand and do all the metaverse stuff. And if you're a gamer, that's going to be really cool to get into. But for me, I just wanted to give you the price chart analysis, and I'm really bullish on Sandbox. I think Sandbox is a good kind of mid-term investment that we're going to see more upside to the growth. That's just my price prediction, and that's what I'm looking for. But you let me know in the comments below. But as always, everyone, as I always say on Crypto Ripto, is trade smart, trade safe, and don't get wrecked.